Hello and thank you for joining us again on this edition of Capital Markets. Why don't you come along and let us take a look at the world of securities that have been traded this week on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and all other OTCs that we have in the Nigerian capital market. My name is Temple Shaju. Welcome to the program. Well, in a bid to curb the growth of unclaimed dividends in the country, especially in the Nigerian capital market, the Securities and Exchange Commission recently floated a new portal to enable all investors register for the payment of their dividends electronically. And that's how we come about the E-Dividend regime of the regulator. But the new platform comes with a search engine that provides unregistered shareholders of listed companies the opportunity to search for their names and link them to the respective banks and registrars. But with me to discuss these modalities and the benefits of this portal is the Director for Markets Development at the Securities and Exchange Commission, Mr. Henry Rowlands. Thank you very much for coming through, sir.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at this E-Dividend regime of the SEC. It is part of the Capital Markets Master Plan, a 10-year roadmap that this regime of Mr. Munir Gwazo has been pursuing. Talk to us about what has been achieved so far.
Thank you very much, Temple. Good evening, distinguished Nigerians. As you have rightly explained, the E-Dividend regime is expected to take the position of the regime of issuance of dividend warrants. Experience showed that dividend warrants, when they are issued, either don't get to the investor timely or get lost. And at the end of the day, the investor is no longer willing to pursue this dividend. And so over many years of non-interest in claiming culminated into what is called unclaimed dividends. The SEC took it upon itself as part of the initiative, as you explained, to ensure that this is curbed. And that's where the issue of electronic dividend came in. What it meant is that by electronic dividend method of payment, investors within 48 hours of declaration of dividend by companies will receive their alerts of dividends payment electronically to their preferred bank. For that to be possible, Temple, every individual must mandate their own preferred account. And that is the whole essence of the electronic registration regime. We call upon all investors in the Nigeria capital market who are yet to register to please go ahead. Thus far, the success that we have recorded include that since the inception in November 2015, over 1.7 million Nigerian investors have mandated. In other words, as at today, such people will get their dividends paid to their account electronically without their needing to think twice within 48 hours of declaration.
So, but basically, what are the benefits that an average investor stands to, gain when he keys into this? Because again, there are some people who have been, trailing their dividends, their bonuses, with their companies and registrars as well as banks, and they get it over the years.
First of all, like I explained, with the electronic dividend regime, you no longer have to be wasting your time to expect the arrival of your dividend warrant. That is one experience, because within 48 hours, it will be automatically wired to your account. The second and major advantage is that all the dividends that you have not received by reason of whatever over the years, once you key into the electronic dividend registration and you mandate the preferred account, the registrar of companies have mandate of the market that within 10 days of that registration, all your outstanding unclaimed dividends will hit your account. So one of the major dividends is that going forward, you will no longer have to wait for dividend warrants to arrive your post office box. It may be there, you will not remember. And so your payment gets to your account unsolicited. You don't even have to worry or think about it. That's a major dividend. And this one culminates on the fact that the growth of unclaimed dividend will be curbed automatically because it will no longer accumulate for the new declarations. And the additional advantage to the investor is that all those dividends that you have never gotten will automatically hit your account without sweat. You don't need to go to register. You don't need to sign signature. Once you successfully mandate your preferred account, those dividends will go there. And a major advantage I noticed is that those who have their fathers, whose fathers have died, for instance, with the electronic dividend payment system, that once they are now able to do the processing as it relates to registration process with their registrar companies, all the payments on claim dividends of their fathers and parents can be made available to whichever account is eventually approved.
Are you sure the registrars will make these payments possible?
The registrars have been making this payment possible. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, Temple, that between the period of November 2015 and December 2016, when this registration ran, the registrars confirmed to the SEC that they have been able to made a 42 billion unclaimed dividend to investors of the Nigerian capital market out of the outstanding unclaimed dividend.
So just before we go on our break, give us a hint of what the latest effort has been.
Yeah, what the latest effort stands to represent is that after about 1 year of the registration exercise, the SEC took initiative to find out how many out of the 1.7 million investors that have registered, do we still have investors that are yet to register? And the finding of the SEC was that as against the 1.7 million investors that have registered, we still have about 6 million investors in the market yet to register, yet to key into this. So the SEC now went into the process of getting the registrars to make available to it the list of all unregistered investors within the capital market as at the current date. And what the SEC did upon getting that list was to set up a database of unregistered investors, which we now have on the website of the SEC, that will enable every investor to go to the portal, just key in your last name and your first name, and then press the search button. It will give to you all the list of companies where you have investment and you are yet to mandate the account for e-dividend payment, inclusive of those you can't even remember. For example, when I put my name, those companies that I never imagined, I couldn't even remember I've subscribed before, they all came out from that search list. So it is a search engine that enables every investor to be able to know all the companies they invested in, and they are yet to mandate the account of such.
All right, this discussion, of course, will continue after the break, but we'll have to go on the break right now. When we're back, we'll try to demonstrate the use of that portal, that search engine, to see if your name or my name or any investor's name will come up on it. We'll be back after this time out.